Yes. Good evening and welcome to Panasia's 125th week, successful week of Friday Kangen Water Talk Show. I welcome all of you for this today's excellent session going to happen. And I thanks and gratitude all of you for your contribution towards this education system. And I truly thankful to all of you for your faith, for the Panasia's vision, celebrate water, celebrate life, and one word, one family in magic. तो चलिए आज का जो सेशन है, I'll call our founder CEO Shashi Iyer to the forum to take this session forward and invite our special guest today. So Shashi sir, welcome, and the forum is yours. Welcome, sir.
Yes. Happy evening to you all. Happy morning to you all. Happy good afternoon to you all, whichever part of the world we all are from. A warm, heartfelt, soulful greetings. Welcome to 125th week. Can we all type 125 in the chat box? 125th week of the system. It is not an easy task at all by all standards. And Phoenicia has been able to offer high value water educational system for all of us. And it is a very proud moment for all of us, a happy moment for all of us that we have been able to sustain and build a system. It was a vision, it was a dream when we had to struggle for a quality system. But along the way, the people who have joined less than 1 month before, people who have joined 6 months before, people who have joined maybe 1 year before or even 2 years before, these guys are born lucky into Enagic chapter and Enagic history, because lot of systems are available now, online and offline. People are getting water literate, water educated in this country. It is a very, very proud moment for India and Enagic, especially Enagic India, with more than 1.5 lakh distributors in India already in the last 7 years. It is a proud moment for all the people who drink water. By the way, how many of you drink water? Please type 111 in the chat box. बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ पे ऐसे होंगे जो पानी नहीं पी रहे, तो I just want to do a reality check. कितने लोग पानी पी रहे? So very important aspect is for anybody who's a water lover, who drinks water regularly, who's hydrated especially, or who wants to get hydrated, get immunized and turbocharged to go high on energy, उन सबके लिए खुशखबरी ये है, back until 2014 and 2015, ये unofficial quote unquote है सबके लिए, we are live on Facebook also. तो परिस्थिति ऐसी थी, situation was we all were water illiterates. Do we all agree to this? बहुत लोगों को पता ही नहीं था पीने का पानी मतलब क्या, what should we drink? We only knew few technologies, 2-4 technologies जो था वो था RO सिस्टम था, लास्ट वाला सिस्टम जो प्रीडोमिनेंट सिस्टम जिसे बोलते वो RO सिस्टम था. तो we know RO का पानी मतलब अच्छा पानी और हेल्दी पानी, दिस इज व्हाट वी ऑल बिलीव. बट देन बोलते हर दौर में एक ऐसा नया मूवर्स एंड शेकर्स आते हैं, एक प्रोजेक्ट ऐसा आता है जो हमारी आंखें खुलती है, एंड वी आर फोर्स्ड टू अपग्रेड, एंड पीपल वर फोर्स्ड टू अपग्रेड इनटू वाटर एजुकेशन after Enagic entered the Indian and Asian market. So big clap for Enagic. And do you know what was the reason why people were forced to upgrade their mindset, open their mindset to understanding more about drinking water? वजह क्या थी? जो करेक्ट आंसर देगा उसके लिए हम लोग कुछ स्पेशल अनाउंसमेंट करेंगे. What do you think was the reason? Enagic came and it triggered our minds to open up for water education. अचानक लोग डॉक्टर के पास जाने लगे, लॉयर के पास जाने लगे, इंजीनियर के पास जाने लगे, गूगल के पास जाने लगे, रिश्तेदारों के पास जाने लगे. Nobody was really wanting to take a decision by themselves. They wanted to consult all the people in the world. Then they went to WhatsApp University, YouTube University, Google Scholars, or kya nahi. And people have taken 2 months, 3 months to participate in this program. But when people went to all these different universities, pre-universities and pre-campaigns, क्या हुआ? हमारे minds open up हुए. But what is that single factor that drove all of us? Come on, it's a very challenging question. Let us see who can be close to that. क्योंकि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट जरूरी है आज का सेशन के लिए. Okay. Chat is going from host to co-host only. It's not going to others. It's open. Guys, can you please check if the chat box is working for all of us to participate? Today we have undone that actually, technically. Oh, great. Super. Thank you, Raj. So guys, the number one factor that triggered, oh no, bro. Okay, Bala is again saying no. So we really have to figure out a way, or we will do it in the meanwhile.
I have done it.
But right now, today we have done it. Please check out. Yeah. Today, check out. We have undone the past. So technically. Now, the most important critical question is, yes, the question was, why did we start upgrading ourselves in water education, the need? Maybe it is a reason because I'll tell you, the pricing of the product. Because we felt it was too expensive, too exorbitant, to, compared to what we were exposed to in the drinking water industry and drinking water devices that were used to in terms of technology, we felt this was overpriced device, water device. And that really made us run from pillar to post to understand, am I paying the right price? Is it the right decision? Is it the right time to upgrade? Logon ke dimag khul gaye, batti khul gaye. And then you know what? Kangen got remembered only for one thing. Pata what is that factor? People knew mehenga hai. How many of you experienced this? Even before seeing the presentation, वो alkaline word दिमाग में गया लोगों को और महंगा है इतना दिमाग में लोगों के चला गया. But then over a period of time, thanks to various platforms, leaders from Inagic, who have made all the efforts to go through demonstration, take it to people, reach out with water education, many forums, many leaders, and in 125th week today, Panisha is blessed. We have something super special for you, a part of a hardcore, extensive scientific research backed by scientific knowledge, and a lot of hard work gone behind it to compile and put things together in a single book. It's like an encyclopedia or Wikipedia of water ionizers and drinking water. I don't think there is any stone, left for us to really think, what is it really worth it? After reading this book, I can assure you one thing, we were fortunate enough to get a glimpse of this book. But I can tell you guys, it is an amazing book. Anybody who wants to drink water, who drinks water, should own this book. And this I'm not telling because from this open platform, Panisha, we believed in one world, one family, Inagic. We believed in free educational system for 125 weeks. Now, we are not earning any royalty by promoting this book. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this very, very clearly. We are not talking about this book, or we have not invited people, the researchers behind this book, the authors behind this book. We have not invited them here because Panisha has a commercial exchange. It is a brotherly feeling, warm feeling, and our dedication and commitment towards water education and taking it to people, not limiting this information and knowledge only to us. So before that, since this is an 125th week, Raj Verma, before calling you on the dais, I would like to call some of my AVP partners on the forum to just share a few words of their experience with this platform. So let us start with Palgunji. The Gujarat is rocking these days. So we will invite Palgunji, our AVP circle leadership, to share a few words, few quick words, because today's day belongs to hydro traders. Thank you. Palgunji, unmute कर सकते हैं आप.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you for inviting me. ये प्लेटफॉर्म मैंने करीबन 1.5 ईयर से मैं इसके अंदर जुड़ा हूँ और ये प्लेटफॉर्म ऐसा है कि जिसमें आप कोई भी ग्रुप से हो या कोई भी एनर्जी के कोई भी स्टेट से हो, इसमें आप लोग कोई भी ग्रुप के अंदर से इसमें अंदर ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई किसी को नहीं जोड़ सके। कोई ओपन प्लेटफॉर्म है और ऐसा काम करने वाला एक ही ग्रुप है जो कोई भी बायस नहीं है किसी के प्रति कि भाई ये हमारे ग्रुप का होगा तो ही ज्वाइन कर सकता है। ये ओपन है और इसके अंदर जो नॉलेज और जो बिजनेस की हमको नॉलेज जो मिलती है, प्रोडक्ट की नॉलेज, वो कहीं पे भी आपको नहीं मिलेगी। तो थैंक्स टू शशि जी ये प्लेटफॉर्म बनाने के लिए और सबको नॉलेज एनर्जी के बारे में देने के लिए। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
God bless. Thank you for your kind words, Falgunji. Chinnappa bro, few quick words from you.
Yeah, Shashi Pro, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot for inviting me. It's a great pleasure to be there, the Panesha platform. And I have been associated with Shashi ji and Panesha for more than 2 years now. I think like it is a wonderful experience. And I think like what Panesha is doing with the concepts, with the education system, both on the water literacy, okay, and also is being is very, very selfless, okay, in inviting is all people across the genealogy. I think it's a wonderful. We love to hear us today from Rajma Hydropreneurs. So congratulations for the book and all the very best, Raj. Thank you.
Thank you, Chinnappa bro. That was very, very brief and profound. Dr. Bindu Govil, quickly, if you want to share a few words. Dr. Bindu Govil, if you can, because today we are really short of time.
Hello.
Yes, Kanish.
Hello. Is it audible?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my camera right. Actually, maybe it will take a minute or so.
Okay.
But really, Panisha as a platform, I would say, connecting to universe, gratitude, and not only with the scientific approach and not only with the water, but also best part is connecting with holistic approach as well. Okay, so today it's the need of the hour to connect with wellness as well as with holistic approach, which Shashi Bro is doing a great job. First of all, kudos to him, gratitude in how much ever we tell him, his bestowed, invincible support. Okay, it will be less. Jitna bhi bole wo kami hai, because and as right now, Chinnappa Pro rightly said and Falgunji rightly said, it is not about his own team or any other team, but still bringing all to the real family. I mean, I don't think so. Even energy company, energy community as a whole, energy company once in a life, once in a year with the event. But here we have every single event, first of all, for all, to bring everybody as a family. Okay, despite of we are all different genealogies, but still, gathering as a most lovable, humble, affectionate, passionate, compassionate family, still bringing up. And that's Panisha is all about, first of all. So gratitude to you, Shashi Bro, and bringing it up so much.
Thank you, Madan Bro. Quickly, Nabi sir.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I am Nabi Saab from Karnataka, talking. I am riding a bike. That's why it is a great platform for every Kangeniers. It's a great. I am last 2 years from seeing this platform. It is a great. It is ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಶಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಜಯವಾಗಲಿ. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nabi sir. Quickly, we'll move on to Girish Peshwani. He was one of the founder pillars for putting technology in place and Zoom in place. It's a pleasure, Girish bro. Please, few words from you.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Jai Shri Krishna, sir.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Glad to reconnect with you. Happy to see you all on the same platform after, I think, a gap of almost a year. Whatever learning I have had from this platform, I'm thankful to Shashi sir. Gratitude to you. I was just a water drinker. Never knew what is called as hydration protocols unless I learned from you. Thank you for the same, sir.
Great, great. Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Let us quickly invite Gorakhnath ji. Gorakhnath ji, if you can unmute and a few words from you.
I was a water drinker.
Okay.
Not alcohol drunker.
Oh,
Hello?
okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Having bike right now.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Go to Venetia. I am with the visitor. Last few weeks, I can say, after some 10 weeks. But it is a great platform, and every day I am whatever I am learning, it is a new learning for me. And I am also sharing with everybody. Wherever I am going, every day I am talking to at least 2,000 people, whoever are coming across me.
Wow. Thank you,
Gratitude.
gratitude. Thank you and gratitude to you back. Timaya bro. Timaya bro, if you want to share something.
Yes,
Okay.
good. Yes. Thank you and giving this opportunity. And it's a gratitude to you and for the entire Panacea platform. And for me, like I've been associated with this platform from past 2 years, and it's been like it's a family, educating each other, supporting each other, and giving us a lot of confidence to understand Kangen and promote this for the right people at the with as being associated with Panacea. I feel like it's a real education what we are getting here, and it is giving us a lot of confidence to speak about good thing about Kangen, and it's learning. Keep on updating. Thank you very much, and for
Timaya bro, I feel network is going on. Yeah.
talk show, and also congratulations to Mr. Raj for bringing up a book, and it's definitely it's going to create revolution among the hydropreneurs. Thank you so much.
Great, great, great. Thank you, Timaya bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Bala bro,
Hello?
welcome
Am I
quickly.
audible?
Yes,
Hello?
you are audible.
Hello?
Audible here. Hello.
No,
Yeah.
there should be a network issue. Hello?
Yes. Now it is okay.
Hello? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Happy evening, Shashi bro. Hope I am audible.
Yeah.
And gratitude to Panacea. Panacea is actually the literal meaning is solving the problems. Of course, for the last 2 years, we are associated with this platform. Every day, keep learning. And it's a moment of truth that today I was about to enter into a premises which is just totally a stranger to me. Like it's a very posh. I don't know how to say that. When I was entering just outside, I spat about some 30 seconds and tried some of the techniques learned in Panacea to ESSs and all that. And of course, it was a very smooth discussion. Like, so this is just one of the moment of truth. And thank you, Shashiji, for the great support that you have been giving to all of us irrespective of genealogy. And needless to say, I'm an ardent fan of Raj. I'm also following his things in the Facebook. I'm looking forward to get to know more in this today. Thank you.
Super.
Gratitude.
God bless. Yeah. Dr. Bindu Govil, quickly. Few words from you. 125th week.
Yes. Om Shanti, godly, peaceful, good evening, angels. Panacea, my heart, my soul. One of the platform from where I could learn what is water and how water can help. Thank you. Gratitude to universe, to Shashi sir, who gave me this platform. I'm really obliged. And this platform has given a new enlightenment, a new path in my life where I can grow daily in and out. And today's session, really very excited and waiting for it. Thank you very much for such a lovely platform. Thank you, Shashi sir.
Gratitude and thank you, Binduji, for your kind words. Now it is time to invite our special guest speaker for the event. It is his day. We need to celebrate Raj Verma brothers all together, both of them. They are two of them. Can you come on screen, Raju? Can I call you Raju?
Yeah, sure.
So Raj and Raju both have Raj in common. So it's a double power to them because it's hydrogen molecule H2. So they are bonded well, has antioxidants also. So it's time to understand the insights about what they have done as a research, what book they have brought in. And over to you, Raj brothers. All the way, it is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hope my voice is clear. Thank you. I still remember the day on the 92nd week of Panacea, where I have been introduced to the Panacea team and its members, and the journey been all along the way to the 100th show, where I was given another chance to address the gatherings, and on the 125th prestigious week. Thank you so much. Without much delay, let me share the screen as many people are waiting. Fine. And this session is going to be a complete interactive session. It is not that Audrey is going to speak. Let me speak to all these students who folded and hands and watching what this man is going to tell, right? So I could say this being very cold, that in the winter season, I saw that I kept fire over there. Fine. Yeah. The very first question of the day. Let me see. I'll give a chance to, I'm going to give an offer now. Before about to disclose what's the offer today, let me share my story first. In the year 2018, we were introduced to the NAGIC and by one of our upliners, Mr. Gurunath and Mr. Mani. I belong to the team of Shastri Brothers team, Telangana. And we were the employees. I was the employee of Geetham University as a faculty member, and my brother used to work for as a development officer. So we were the part-timers, and we should not be into limelight as the sessions like this, because our hands are tied to some organizations. So as in the name of our family members, we started speaking about the kangen, but not as if like education is going today. So whatever the questions I used to ask, the people used to show their blank faces, especially in the research perspective. Overview of financial water, some information were there on even the internet in the year 2018. And today, my God, huge flow of information everywhere. People who are entering into the NAGIC are really blessed, as Mr. Shashi was pointing earlier. So my brother, see, after my parents' health got improved, but whatever might be the reasons about the kangen, we have no idea what's the property really working on our parents' health. So taking credibility, some of my family members took ionisers. And within no time, about 12 sales happened without just our notice, and we got all the money back, what we have invested on the kangen. So it's something is really working on. But we have got one kind of clarity how we are going to take this one to the business platform. So within 1 year, without as a part-time, my brother became 6A within 1 year. And in the year 2020, I quit from the Geetham University, and after that 1 year, I became 6A. Now I understood that it is not a point that it's for 6A, but actual story starts after 6A because there comes the leadership concept now. Now you tell me, if any distributor, I'm asking question to all the people. What is the offer today? The offer is throughout the next 20 to 30 minutes of session, whomever the people give their first right answer. I repeat, whomever the people type in the chat box, first right answer. 2 people, I'll take the option at the end. These two people will be having a chance to have a direct WhatsApp contact throughout their energy journey. Their questions will be answered within no time. Not for everyone. 2 of these today's sessions will be having a chance to have a direct WhatsApp contact with us, either in the sales perspective or the technical perspective. Whatever the challenges they face during an energetic journey will be helped from our side. Fine. My very first question. We have got 3 properties in a kangen water, right? Antioxidants, 2, alkaline, 3rd, superhydration or microcluster in general usage. Out of these 3 properties, I repeat, antioxidants, alkaline, or the superhydration or the microcluster. In these 3 properties, which is the dominant property for which one has to buy ionizer? Which is the dominant property for which one has to buy ionizer? So, very first one, we can't take host into considerations. Host is already in contact with us. So let me take Sridhar sir. Right. For antioxidant sake, we'll buy the kangen water ionizer. Now, another question. Suppose during our journey, if anyone's journey, if any distributor or a customer asks us a question and we don't know the answer, what is the immediate resource we have to find an answer? What is the immediate resource to find an answer? Someone asked you a question, you don't know the answer. What is the immediate resource to ask the question? Fine. Mentors, quality upline, PubMed, wow, a very big word, PubMed here, expert in the group, and Google. Yeah. Very first one, what do? We call upliner. And if they say, if we get convinced, fantastic. If it is not immediately, what we do? Google. Now I ask another question. Fine. We Google some information. Then we ask some information in the Google. Google shows some information immediately. Now you tell me, can we have any clarity that whether the Google information is authentic or the opinion? Is there any possibility, yes or no? Do we know that Google is their opinion information or the authenticated information? No. This made me to take a decision 4 years back that someone has to educate the energy distributors. In the way of almost of, I can say that 7 to 10 upliners of my line of sponsors, I keep asking the question. To some extent, I could gather the information later on, no idea. Then later, what we did is that using my group of professors in the university, I started understanding what is the story behind the scenario of the kangen water. Fine. To some extent, I could get an answer. Somehow I got into the research of PubMed. And what really happens in the PubMed? See, kangen water is just like we need to have a great idea about the chemistry, electrical engineering, and the medical sciences. I repeat, chemistry, electrical engineering, and the medical sciences. And show me one person who is going to have the expertise of all the 3. No. Then I got connected with the Molecular Hydrogen Institute. You know what happened? There I could see a group of scientists who are working over there and contributing in various journals, whatever the journals we are showing today. Molecular hydrogen and so disease, whatever the scenarios we are seeing, right? And all this majority of the journals, you can find those scientists are the part of the hub of the Molecular Hydrogen Institute. Thanks to Tyler, thanks to Randy Shah, and these are such a beautiful people. I can say that Mr. Shashi here also have a great coordination with these experts. Whatever the question you ask them, I repeat, whatever the question you ask them, you will be getting an answer appropriately within no time. I think hardly I would have waited for 24 hours in this 2 years of my journey in relation with the molecular hydrogen. My question went never answered. No. See, whether it's up to our understanding, do we have that maturity level? What they are telling is right or not? And it's authenticated because it's published. If it is a peer-reviewed journal, it's published. There is no other go. You have to accept it. It's up to our level of maturity to raise to that level of understandings. Some people say that no microcluster, no, you are telling wrong. What I say is that what you know about the microcluster first, right? It's not that just you take from the upland information and saying that this is right. No, what the scientific fraternity is speaking. That is how the journey was made. And we finally framed a book, what you're seeing the cover page of the book here, The Science and Business of Water Ionizers, the one-stop mastery manual, a practical scientific and business manual for water ionizer distributors worldwide. And you know what? This is the world's first visual book on science and business of water ionizers. And the very first one who bought this book in this world are the founders of Panacea, Mr. Shashi and Mrs. Arundhati Iyer. Later, I bought my book. So why? That is a kind of gratitude the hydropreneurs have towards Panacea for their consistent work and the contribution that education must be given to whole world, not just restricted to ourselves and we grow. No, at the end, contributions must be done. And if someone is ahead of the educational hub to the hydropreneurs is obviously Panacea. We always have a lot of discussion with the Shashi here that and one day what will happen, that there are many organizations in the future with taking us the inspiration is going to come, and that is the fantastic journey. And that day what we have given contribution will be phenomenal. And let me not wait much time. Let's get into the things one. This book is all about 222 pages. It is completely like an encyclopedia. It consists of 2 parts. Part 1 gives the scientific insights. Part 2 is business insights. And the part 1 scientific insights, let's say we are going to have 5 chapters. And the first chapter, what they deal is, as we talk about antioxidant is the key of kangen water, isn't it? And what is the antioxidant contribution given by the molecular hydrogen property? Now we have to have understanding that how exactly the hydrogen came into picture in the universe. I spoke about the few topics of the Big Bang. Second, how it's been introduced into the solar system. And later, how it has been entered into the earth. And here I have mentioned very clearly, the Earth's atmosphere hardly have a 0%, 0.00005%. That means nothing. That is why we need to have hydrogen from ionizers. And later, how exactly hydrogen atoms looks like. And being it is unstable, how the hydrogen molecule being stable and what are its unique properties and how this unique property is showing the greater benefit health of today's for many people. And what about the oxygen and oxygen molecule and what is its compositions inside the atmosphere? And the smallest molecule and the big river you can see here, and everything is quite important. How about the earth and the water compositions? And we think that water is everywhere. It's not like so. Hardly we have 1% accessible fresh water in the world. And in that 1%, and water what we're having availability is almost nil. So now you tell me. Let me ask another question. Anagic mentioned one value. I repeat, Anagic mentioned one value of TDS of the input water to the ionizer. What is that? What TDS of that input water in ppm? Type in the chat box. Fantastic, Mr. Brijesh. So 2 people have got 150, right? And range could be 100 to 200. Fine. And so I gave the information about the TDS. What exactly TDS is all about measurement and why we take 100 to 200 as an ideal value. Though WHO has referred to 300 with respect to the palatability. But why 100 to 200? I gave the logic over there. And what is input to our home is about the Nala water, that's the municipal water. I gave the procedure, what really happens inside the municipal treatment. And other source is obviously reverse osmosis water, where input source is the groundwater. Many people say that reverse osmosis water is wrong. I deny that statement. Reverse osmosis technology is really good. It is whom we have no knowledge and how to use the technology. 100 to 200, be very sure that output of reverse osmosis machine is 100 to 200. And make sure that reverse osmosis machine, RO machine, has TDS controller built in. If it is not, then RO technology, what you use is wrong. If you have a TDS controller and managing 100 to 200, it is only the technology we have today in our home. There is no other goal. So don't greatly project that RO is wrong. It is not so. And that's all about the story. And what we do is that at the end of every chapter, we have given few questions. And where to find the answer booklet for these questions is, in between, I'll give you a chance to purchase this book. While you purchase that book, you'll be asking one basic information like mail, phone number, and the contact number. Don't skip that. Go for that. And one mail, you'll be having welcoming mail from the hydropreneurs. There you can find a booklet over there and you can download it. Fine. Now, second chapter, and the most confusing topic for most of the people is electrolysis. I made it very much simple. Let me ask third question now. Once water passes into the ionizer, H2O splits into H plus and OH minus, right? Now you tell me, is that OH minus, I repeat, is that OH minus a contributor of electron? Yes or no? Is that OH minus ion a contributor of electron? Yes or no? Yeah, let's go up here, no? Brijesh, yeah. So let me see the right answer. Mr. Bala. No. Answer is no. There I give a clarity initially during the electrolysis chapters. What is hydrogen ion? What is hydroxide ion? And if hydroxide ion donates electron, it becomes hydroxyl radical. So there is no point of considering OH minus as a contributor of electron. And what exactly the contributor of electron is only hydrogen molecule. But its phenomenon is not just like that as a contributor of electron as antioxidant like vitamin C. Its phenomenon is entirely different. I'll be speaking in the fourth chapter. So here I'll be giving a detailed analysis point to the point. Only one request I made to all the people who go through this book is, whatever the information we have in a mind now, let's keep it aside for some time, because there will be huge clash of understanding of basics now. Let's relearn, let's unlearn now and relearn it. And you're going to have beautiful understanding. And what you're supposed to do, take a baby steps of learning each and every page. Don't be a jumping jack. Jumping jack doesn't work while you learn basics. Clear? That is one thing we generally emphasize. Here I talked about water molecules, minerals, and cathode reaction, and why we term electrolyzed reduced water during the cathode reaction, and during anode reaction, why we talked about electrolyzed oxidized waters. And electrolysis summary we have given, and the references at the end. And generally, sorry, for example, if you see here, I mentioned number 2. What is that number 2 is all about? Whatever the numbers you see throughout the chapter, at the end of the chapter, we'll be giving exclusive references. You can type in the Google, you can be very free to download those informations. Clear? Now, so if anyone says it is wrong, no. References is a peer-reviewed information. So you can authentically speak it, right? Third chapter. Ionized water terminologies. From universe to the solar system to the earth to our city to my home, and finally I have got ionized water in my hand. Now the question comes about the understanding of the properties, because the next minute step will be what? The PowerPoint presentations, right? In the PowerPoint presentation, without the understanding of the basics of these 3 properties, it's really risk. I can't say risk, but handling a scholar people is very difficult task. There I spoke about very clearly oxidation reduction potential, why it is showing a negative value and the positive values, what is the information behind this Nernst equations, and who is the scientist involved, how these ORP meters are going to work, potential of hydrogen. You know, funny part these days, recently I have watched it online. I know that distributor very well. He kept one pH chart during his presentation. I could see a different pH chart when compared to a standard pH chart, what I'm showing it here. I asked him, from where you got this pH chart? He simply said that my pH drops are giving that color only. So he has completely changed according to his pH drops, the pH chart. That should not be the things. Clear? If that is the case, go and buy the analytics pH drops. It will give the right indications. So pH drops I have given, and later what is alkaline, what is alkalized, what is alkalinity. I gave much information. And the microcluster is a really right word in water, in what you call in water, big water molecules context, but in the ionizer, microcluster is just a myth. So why we call that one as a myth? And I gave the emphasis using the references. So here you can see the references, what I'm mentioning, each and every chapter, and some beautiful questions to understand. Let's hydrate first, don't rush to the next chapters. Clear? Now, the hero of the show is always a hydrogen molecule. Clear? Now, I gave the information about the cellular informations and the mitochondria, because in the mitochondria, we are going to have the free radicals. And throughout the discussions of the presentation, we talk about the free radical, right? Now, let me ask another question. We have got free radicals production inside a mitochondria during the metabolic activity. Now you tell me, you text in the chat box, are the free radicals good? Are the free radicals bad, or both? Are the free radicals good, bad, or both? Fantastic, nice answer. Again, Mr. Brijesh. Good, both. Fine. So I have mentioned there later, free radical, we have the enemies. Free radicals, we have the friends. Whenever there is imbalance between free radicals and their removal by the antioxidants, that leads to free radical oxidative stress. And I was very clear over there, if it really oxidative stress is beyond the value, and what the result is going to have its impact on different various organs. I have given them peer-reviewed informations. Clear? Now, fantastic, a great participation. And I have given the information what exactly hydrogen molecular mechanisms inside the body, and how exactly it's a therapeutic antioxidant, it's really behaving it. And another question, what I have emphasized is, in which year, again on the chat box, in which year does the very first time ionized water system has been introduced? During which year is the very first time ionized water has been introduced, the prototype model? 1938, 74, 31, 32, 74, 74, 74, 74, 74, 74. Why 1974, you know? Because energy becomes so popular and it is so deep into our brains that energy is the first one to introduce the ionizer technology. But it is actually not so. In 1931, the very world's first ionizer was invented in Japan. And how exactly this journey has been done until 1994. But the good thing is that because of the original equipment manufacturing context by the Anagic, and because of its strict policy of in the expansion through 172 countries approximately, though it has only 40 locations. And that is the reason Anagic is, and its direct selling association system impacted a very great way. So in that way, 1931 is a right answer again, Mr. Vijay. And how it's been applied in applications of H2. And during these days, many medical professionals asks us, what is authenticity that kangen water has hydrogen molecules? And that we can prove it by means of testing. And what is the impact of this hydrogen? So I have taken a few research insights, though we have 1500 plus journals today on the hydrogen molecular impact on the animals, on the human body, as well as the agriculture. Here, I have mentioned a few informations. One is a Nature Medicine. These are the topmost peer-reviewed journals of the world. And Springer links I have given, and Oxford University Press, Taylor and Francis, elsewhere, that is Science Direct, and the Walser Clover. And why I'm saying that? Because medical professionals are well aware of these journals. If they say no, then you have to doubt whether they're medical professionals or not. Fine. And I've gone to the 5th chapter. In the 5th chapter, I really talked about, we are very much familiar. Okay, I've got water, not only drinking water, but many usages in our homes. Strong alkalines we have. I've given the information of alkaline water. How much amount of water are we supposed to take in a day? And neutral water, why we are supposed to take neutral waters during the medical medicines, during the consumptions of the medical. And acidic water, strong acidic water. I did not go into depth because already we have the ionized water protocols by the Peggy Parker. Clear, but I have given the quick reference using this chart, and we can easily quickly identify in the home which water are we supposed to take. Now you tell me, is this information really required by an energy distributor or not? Yes or no? And you know what? This book, I repeat, with the relations of MHI, though it is unofficial to speak, thank you, definitely, yes, thank you so much. With the permission of the chair, I'm disclosing this information. Some of the people in the MHI unofficially reviewed it. That is why this book took 6 months of time, because we have first time we have given the information, it's to be on August 15th. 6 months we took time, and finally it became on January 15th. That's the very first one. One biggest challenge is always a peer reviewing. We have reviewed many times. Why? Because I am even cross-checking, is it really my opinion or not? Again, never take information. Though peer reviews journals say, we have cross-checked with many people, with the professors from the MHI. And why this thing? Because this is going to be reference handy material. Mark my word, as long as Anagic stays, this book stays in their hand as reference material. Don't rush unnecessarily to the YouTubes or Googling up. Don't do that. Don't rush for info PubMeds. If your question is not answered in this book, then only you go for the higher level. Otherwise, not exactly required. Clear? Now, yeah, Diwali also, we have passed it there. Fine. And I'll be giving the information now, the things over like the procedure to go for 2 minutes. I'll be handing over to the other speaker of the day. This is the link. Pre-order is going now, and the main book is about to be launching on 15th of January. So don't rush clicking the links now, just to watch how to buy a book here. Once you click a link, what will happen? You'll be giving the landing page, watch the video, let your distributors also watch the video first. Don't rush to buy, because knowledge is more important before you buy something over here. There should be some value, not the price of their book. About the book, I've given the information. About the authors, we gave the information. And finally, what we have given is authenticated links. And the hydropreneurs, we have given all the social media links at the bottom. Clear? For example, if I click the Facebook, and it will be leading to your hydropreneurs page. So if you miss any information, you can find it on the page. Fine. And if you grab your copy here. And you'll be asking the information here, full name, phone number, email, and the city. And what will happen once you keep a mail, you'll be redirecting to the store. In the store, you can directly purchase off whatever might be the means, might be UPI, might be EMI, might be credit cards, might be net banking, whatever things Razorpay, you can go for that. And you'll be getting one mail from the hydropreneurs, welcoming mail. Within 24 hours, you'll be getting another reminder mail. In the reminder mail, you can download the PDF copy of all the answers, what I've mentioned at the end of every chapter. Clear? Now, So this is all about the story of 222 pages book. 128 pages been allocated for the part 1. And that is not the story of Energical. How much we have the technical stuff in one hand, we should have equal amount of stuff in the business aspects also. It has to go hand in hand. Fine. That is why my brother has come into picture. Though my brother worked for more than 24 years as LS Development Officer in the sales and marketing team, he has got a vast amount of experience and expertise in the process. And he came all the way forward and he shared a very one simple stuff, because the biggest challenge what we had during the journey of making this book is no publisher in India came forward to design this book. Why? Because if it is a text, is easy scenario to type it, and design each and every page, custom page designs, it's very tough. Like encyclopedias takes years and years to design it, because it's very small information also must be reviewed by the editor before they go for printing. And this design has been done with the support of lots of distributors. I could understand their enthusiasm also when this book is going to release. We did it in 2 months. After 4 months of the reviews, and within 2 months of and you know what? Through the last 6 months, we are off to Energy, and we are only in one world, hydroponics world. Me and my brother and MHI and the professors and some experts like the Shashir and some of my well-wishers, and we don't know what is outside world happened in the last 6 months. Because this book, I want to see each and every person who has a really great visionary to give something to the people, the great health and great wealth. I felt this book must be a great contribution for those people. Let's respect all these distributors. And as a moment of gratitude, as a token of gratitude, this book could be in their particular hands. With all of your support, let me welcome one of my brothers, MVVS and Raju. Thank you so much.
All right. Very good evening, friends. Thanks to one and all for giving me this opportunity tonight. Special thanks to Mr. Shashi Iyer and Srimati Arundhati Iyer for giving us this opportunity this great evening. And today, 52 participants are here right now. And I promise you for next, I would like to take 15 to 20 minutes. Am I allowed? Can you please type in chat box?
Yes. No questions asked.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And congratulations to Panacea family for the last 20 minutes, to Sridhar, Brijesh, Mr. Bala, who got the opportunity to have association with hydropreneurs as long as they're in Energic family, right? Yeah. And thank you so much, because for the next 20 minutes, you'll be investing time with me, and I promise you to add more value to your business. And I wish you a happy and prosperous new year. And shall we go to next 5 chapters which we designed? I'll be sharing a screen. Yes. Coming to part 2. And I would like to invite all to come into the chat box and let me know how many of you in this business want to develop their business globally and want to duplicate their business globally. Can you please come to chat box? Vijesh, yes. Bala, yes. Chinnappa, I. Sridhar, yes. Ramesh, yes. Wonderful. Congratulations. Let's go to the insights, please, before ending my discussions. The chapter number 6 is called Ionizer Business System. Okay. So here we have dealt the principles of direct selling, about traditional business versus direct selling. Please come to chat box. Energic is in a direct selling or in a traditional business? Rajik in direct selling? Okay. Please let me know a few other companies who are in traditional business in India and abroad. Regarding ionisers, I'm talking about. In ionizer industry, which company is in direct selling business or traditional? I'm talking about traditional business only. KYK, Wonderful Chinnappa, KYK, Arnab, Client, and so on. Yeah. So many of the distributors has a common note that many ionizer companies will be in the network business only. So I would like to emphasize the difference between traditional business and direct selling business over here, and why many of the companies are in this business. So what is the principles of direct selling marketing, how the system works, and why many ionizer companies are in direct selling business. And I emphasize about the time compounding because see, the more the team, more the production hours we can do in a day, and we can do more volume and we can generate more profits. So what is the concept of compounding of time and ultimate freedom? What is ultimate freedom? So many of us, if we ask a question, some people will be telling about financial freedom is the ultimate freedom. Some people will talk about time freedom. But let us know, 4 freedoms are more important. One is financial freedom, 2 is time freedom, and 3rd one is location freedom, and final one is health freedom. Okay, so we have discussed over here, and coming to chapter number 7. And before going to chapter 7, please come to chat box again and let me know what is the process of building this ionizer business. What is the roadmap? Can you please type in chat box? According to your opinion, what is the roadmap for building this business? What is the roadmap or what are the skills to be developed for developing your own organization? Teamwork, Rahul, okay. Prospecting, Arundhati ma'am, very good. Educate about this networking skills. What are those networking skills? Can you please have a detailed note here? Networking, empathetic prospecting, okay. See, why I'd like to ask this question is, if we ask you a direct question, what is the route map? Definitely our mind will be blank for next 1 or 2 minutes. Why? Because our mind is not programmed so systematically that we are unable to duplicate our own organization, the route map. So let me introduce the route map for every beginner. The beginner in this business should understand what is direct selling industry and should know the procedure for list building, and the proper invitation skills are mandatory, and what not powerful presentation skills you need to develop, and the immediate closing of sales will give you and will develop more confidence and an effective follow-up skills if you are unable to close the sales right at the place of prospect. And ultimately, you can become a leader and you can help your team to duplicate this route map. Is it right? Yes. And in chapter 7, we discussed about how to build an active prospect list and how to make a different list, who are hot prospects, who are cold prospects, how to properly invite prospects. We have given few steps over here. And how to invite a prospect. This will add a wonderful skill to you, a wonderful confidence to you while inviting a new prospect over phone or in person. So we have given over 8 steps, which are very, very, very important in the invitation part. So you can go through this. And coming to chapter 8, what are the presentation skills which are required for building your organization? And today we have given 4 stages here. The stage number 1 is building trust. Please come to chat box here. Is it important to build a trust before giving your demonstration or before you are presenting your business opportunity? Can you please type in chat box? Yeah. So building trust is very, very important. And the next part, before giving the presentation, the most important skill is to identify their needs, whether you call it as a dream or whether you call it as what is their motivational factors to start their business. You have to identify factors. So we have presented over here what will be the hunger factors, and then at stage 3, you can present your product or the business opportunity. If you follow stage 1 and stage 2 very scrupulously, then definitely you will get a commitment in stage 4. Okay, and come to chat box again. Please let me know which skills are important. Closing skills are important or follow-up skills are important? Closing skills, both. Okay, I'm asking you to choose only one. Then which one do you opt? Both no. Follow-up, Rahul. Okay. Brijesh, closing. Follow-up. Jagadish, follow-up. Yeah. Let me clarify you here. The person who develops the art of closing will be a successful person in any industry, and this business industry requires the most closing skills than follow-up skills. Mark my word. So you need to understand what is the difference between the closing and follow-up skills. So we have identified over here. And before closing your sales, immediately right at the place of prospect, you need to understand the principles of closing first. And after that, you need to follow certain approaches while presenting your demo or business opportunity. We have given over 16 to 17 approaches. And if you fail to close the sale, then no other option. You need to follow up, and we have given the follow-up procedure here. So the moment a prospect becomes a distributor, what is the duty of a sponsor? So we have discussed steps 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are mandatory for you to duplicate your business. And the last chapter, but very, very important chapter, objection handlings. Many people will ask us a question, sir, we know all these skills, but let me understand what are the most important skills required, or the queries you can solve is objection handling. But objection handlings is very, very important to understand, but learn the skills first, and you can definitely learn the objection skills later. But we have given the most important objections, which will account for 90% questions in this book. And if you are confident, if you practice it consistently, then you'll become the master of handling these queries. Okay. And before going into objections, so what are the importance of referability we have given, and how to handle objections here? We have given 31 standard questions and answers. And come to chat box again. I will ask you one question. If a prospect asks you a question, will you directly answer him, or will you ask him again a new question? I repeat, will you directly answer, or will you answer in a question format? Ask new question. Wonderful, Brijesh. Question him to answer himself. Oh, great. Questions are the answers. Great. New question. Yes. Never ever give any answers. Always respond them again with a new question. So what will be the supposed questions? And again, we have mentioned a simple answers along with answers. 1. And these are the 31 questions. And many distributors, they will ask a few questions to their sponsors regularly. So what is their questions and how can you handle them? We have given over here. And today, let me tell you, a person who present in social media will be in this business. who spends more time definitely will rock this business, will be unshakable, will be unstoppable. People out of the social media cannot build this business. Sorry to say, but it is time to adapt and it's time to enter into a knowledge zenith era. You'll be learning in this book what is knowledge zenith era. And let me tell you, today we are out of social media also. So we are not in social media era too. But many people are learning how to use these platforms, and we are out of this era, and we are in knowledge zenith era. You'll be understanding a lot about this. And this book was meticulously designed with 130 GSM paper with glossy finish. It will be looking like a mini encyclopedia and will be helping you all the time, wherever you're in the field. Because what we and my brother was taught that apart from technical aspects, a person who is equipped with the skills will have a lot of confidence. Your confidence is your business. So I sincerely request you to apply all these skills consistently and add value to yourself and to your team and duplicate your business with all these skills. And we wish you again a prosperous new year. And over to Shashi herself. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wasn't it a wow for all of us? Mind-blowing inputs from Hydropreneurs Group. We all can type blessings, blessings, blessings to the Hydropreneurs Group for an extensive researched, well-researched manual for all of us, reference manual. This is like the Gita, Bible, Quran of the water ionizer industry. Gratitude from this forum, gratitude from all the prospects, gratitude from all the people in the universe who drink water. They should definitely own this book. They should at least have a once in a lifetime reading of this book, guys. But if you can master this, I think it is like Bhagavad Gita in action when it comes to the water industry. Very honestly, the kind of inputs, it's so, there is so much of depth and value insight into this book for any beginner, any novice. अभी तो हम कंप्लेन ही नहीं कर सकते कि पानी क्या है हमें मालूम ही नहीं था. We can't, claim ignorance. इसके पहले हमारे पास नहीं था, but to bring something like this as a combination and icing on the cake, guys, it is the business aspect of Raju Pro, mind-blowing expertise of so many years of your experience in the sales and marketing. It reflects that in this book. Probably this is our, initial 1 or 2 interactions that we are having, but I know we would love to interact more and more. We would want both the brothers more and more on this platform whenever possible. And it's been amazing. And whatever little contribution this platform can do towards water education, which is our mission, which is our vision to empower the entire humanity, or at least with the help of 1.7 million Enagic distributors. We will go hand in hand as one world, one family Enagic. And Panacea will never step back in supporting the efforts of Hydropreneur. This is a commitment because the research and the intention is so visible in this book. I'm in love with this book like crazy. I'm so excited to get the hold of this book and the information to the depth. And we would strongly recommend all of you to read this book at least 1,000 times. Guys, library mat banana, don't keep it in a library. That I also own this book and I know the title of this book. Guys, please read it 1,000 times, and I'm telling you, we are all millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires of the water industry. There is no way we will have to look back. So mind-blowing gratitude, both Verma brothers, Raj and Raj together. And guys, any questions you would want to ask these people, the researchers, for next 5 minutes, both of you, whether it's a marketing sales question or whether it is a technical question, you have the forum open for next 5 minutes. To take it to Chinnappa bro, you can facilitate the Q&A if required.
Yeah, thanks Ashiko, and congratulations. both the Raj. It was a wonderful session we had.
Thank you so much.
So much of depth. Raj, like I've been interacting with you and your brother also. Like, now, nice to see him here. And the floor is open. So I request is all the participants, whoever have got us a question on the product, on the scientific explanation, and also most important is the business part. Okay, as Shashi Pro was just mentioning, like these are the basic things, like what a person like who is serious about doing his kangen should have this. So you need to own a book. That's a wonderful thing. So any questions, please go ahead. Brijesh, Brijesh, please go ahead. You're muted.
Am I audible now, sir?
Now you're fine, Brijesh, please.
Yeah. Sir, I have a question. Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question that how this hydrogen water from Kangen machine is different from hydrogen water generated from hydrogen bottles.
Hydrogen bottles, fantastic, good question. Now the part of the question is the water output from the hydrogen bottles contains only hydrogen molecule. But Enagic ionizer is not just for hydrogen, it is a medical equipment. If it is a medical device, it not only has a hydrogen, but also alkaline concept too, and a superhydration. That is only one difference. But point we have to test is, as per the health is concerned, I'm talking about the drinking of the water, as my brother is drinking water here, right? What will happen? How much amount of ppm are you drinking is a question. What is the output ppm of H2 in Enagic ionizer, and what is the ppm of H2 from the bottle? And as per my knowledge, in India, as we have very mean values less than 1 ppm by any hydrogen bottle. So that in that perspective, ionizer is still superior with the technologies concerned, but I don't deny, but there are many hydrogen bottles outside in the world, and we'll be having more than 4 to 5 ppm also. But in India, I don't think so. That much quality of, except some few countries like China, Japan, and the USA, they have already have hydrogen bottles. And only one problem with the bottle is the ozone concept. If the ozone, because we don't have cathode and anode, both the concept in the same machine, right? We don't have separations. Then ozone, there should be some concept like the ozone must be out of the bottle, and there must be some pressure valves over the hydrogen bottle. Otherwise, that will be a greater effect of the people who are handling it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yes, this is Bala. Hope I'm audible. Yeah. Normally they say that what I can say is that there are some bottled waters being sold in the market for about 600 rupees to 1,000 rupees, which they call it as alkaline water. So with the fair, simple knowledge, we used to say the others that it's all chemical aided, whereas alkalized is zero chemical. Can you just give some insight on this?
Yeah. Here we talk about alkalize. These days we are hearing, isn't it? Don't use alkaline, we use alkalize, especially by the Enagic distributors everywhere. It is not so. The process of making any water into alkaline state, that process we call alkalize. If you add alkaline minerals, it becomes alkalized. If you use electrolyzer like ionizer, it becomes alkalized. So we are changing the alkalinity of the alkaline pH nature of the water. Now the question comes is not even a pH. It's all about alkalinity. Let me give in very simple fashion. While we do experimentations, especially in the presentations, demo presentations, if we add 9.5 pH water into a soda or a Sprite, does it appreciably change the color of the pH color of that Sprite or soda? No.
No.
Isn't it? But we have seen it. But if we use with any kind of packaged drinking waters, like it appreciably changes from the neutral, the green to the blue color or a purple color. This is happening. But this is not so with the soda or a Sprite. Why? Because the capacity, the ability of the ionized water can't neutralize the acid concept. That means alkalinity in ionized water is so low that cannot change the property of the acidity. That's why it is very safe to drink alkalized water into our body, because it is not that much superior level to neutralize the acidic part of our stomach acid, isn't it? The people usually say that you drink alkaline water, it's neutralizing your stomach and you're going to have a gastric issues and all that. That is not so, because alkalinity is so low. For example, in other case, I take a glass of water and I add baking soda, but the baking soda is only 9 pH. But if we add that baking soda water into the Sprite, obviously that will change from the red color to obviously to the blue color, because that alkalinity is very high up. That is the bigger problem in the alkaline waters, the bottled waters, what we are taking outside. The alkalinity is higher. There might be chance of neutralizing the acidity concept of in our stomach, which is not really good in very long run. 1 or 2 times you take doesn't make big difference. Sometimes we take a baking soda, doesn't make a big difference. Regular consumption is always a big difference. In that way, ionized water is absolutely safe. The alkalized water, both are alkalized waters only, but this is being a low alkalinity. Electrolyzed reduced water is much safer than the bottled waters.
Yeah, thanks, Raj. So maybe we'll just take around. There's another 2 more minutes. So we have Ashish. Ashish, make your question is very, very short and sweet, so that we can answer those. Please, Ashish.
So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I have got one question that if the bacteria like E. coli and other type of bacteria, does this alkaline water has got any effect? Because actually I want to know that in between the interstitial spaces of the human body, does the alkaline water have any effect on the bacteria that are living?
No.
Especially in E. coli, Salmonella.
I have mentioned this topic in the last chapter of the part 1. Any water less than 2.7 pH do you have a greater effect on this E. coli and all that stuff. Only strong acidic water can, in the outer perspective, that means any regular spaces where we use in home or on our body, and we can kill those bacteria and viruses. But drinking water, what we take into the body, has no significant effect on any bacteria and all that stuff. But in turn, what will happen is, and we know that, do you know that our body gut produces hydrogen every day? Almost, you know that? 12 liters of hydrogen molecule, 12 liters of hydrogen will be produced by the gut bacteria. But unfortunately, because of our respiration, regular respirations usually goes out. And whenever we take hydrogen-rich water, that what we call ionized waters, it supplements the activity of the gut, those gut bacteria. In that way, it will promote the good bacteria, and it does not promote the bad bacteria. Don't think that it will go and directly kill E. coli and all that stuff. No. 9.5 being a very low alkalinity, it has no great power to kill any kind of bacteria inside the body. It's a metabolic activity that immunity will be developed because of hydrogen molecule. That immune system will kill the unwanted bacteria in the body, not directly.
Yeah, thanks, Raj. Dr. Bindu?
Yes, sir. As you have hydrogen bottles where the hydrogen is produced near the water, you even get capsules and the tablet forms which produce hydrogen in your normal water. So how they are different with this?
Yeah. Suppose if I'm in traveling, there is no other go to carry ionizer, but the only I have a chance is hydrogen bottle and the magnesium tablets. Magnesium tablets produces hydrogen. So if you take a normal water and drop a magnesium tablet, it will instantaneously produce the magnesium, hydrogen-rich water. And this ppm also will be more, depending upon the quality of the tablet. I have seen in some of the research articles, max of 8 ppm also you can get from the magnesium tablets. So in that perspective, you can go for that. Nothing wrong. Sometimes taking magnesium tablet, nothing wrong. Daily, we have to take once. If you have a hydrogen bottle and you have a chance to plug it and create hydrogen molecule, that is most safer than the magnesium. If nothing is around, magnesium tablet will be savior for us. And yes, I accept the magnesium tablet production of H2 ppm is very much higher when compared to the ionized waters. But cost is very much higher. In 25 years, if you make calculations of magic, no comparison at all. So in home, what we do in a home, generally most of the experts throughout the world, what they do, they take two concepts. In the future sessions, maybe a 150th, 175th, 200 special events will be there, right? And I'll be speaking on the context. If you have got a chance, you can go for inhalation. You have got inhalation of hydrogen molecule. It has its own effects better than the drinking water. We have ionized water. It has some beneficial effects than the inhalation. And the third one, while we go for the drinking, again three concepts: ionizers, hydrogen bottles or hydrogen infusing machines, or the magnesium tablets. So whatever might be the goal, hydrogen is the savior for us. And all these combinations will be taken by all the people. They go for inhalation, they go for ionized waters, they go for hydrogen infusing machines, they go for magnesium tablets. If you are very rich enough, do great job in energy, you'll be getting a huge amount of money. You can keep all these things in your home and give a perfect health for our community. That was, I can say that. At the end, it doesn't matter from where we are getting all these things. Is my family safe or not? Is the biggest thing. And a huge number of technologies about to come in the near future. And we must be adapted to those technologies too. And energy, as long as I can say that destiny of drinking water, as far as India is concerned, I can say that destiny of drinking water is Kangen water. You can underline it. As far as the safety is concerned, as far as the ppm of hydrogen is concerned, and the alkalinity of that water is concerned, you can mark the word. And future, if the energy make any kind of changes to improve the production of hydrogen molecule, we are the most lucky people on this earth. I can say that. Thank you, Dr. Bindu.
Yeah, thanks, Raj. Thanks a lot. I just request as Abhishek Shah, you have as a question. Please go ahead. Can we extend it up till 10:30? Another 7 more minutes?
Yeah, we should.
Is everybody okay with that? Yeah, 7 minutes more like we'll do. Abhishek Shah, please go ahead with your question. Yeah, so in case the KIF is not present, in Madan, please. Madan, you there? Okay, Arnab, Mr. Arnab Das Gupta, please.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, please.
Yeah, so my question is for the Kangen demo, testing the ORP is more important, or should we do some tests to see the ppm of hydrogen in the water?
Please repeat the question once again.
Yeah, the question is, while doing a Kangen demo, testing of the ORP of the Kangen water and other waters, is that more important than testing the ppm of hydrogen in the water? There are some instruments where you can test the ppm of the hydrogen in the water, because hydrogen is so important.
Now you tell me what could be your guess?
I guess the ppm of hydrogen, because we are doing so much into ORP.
Exactly.
The emphasis on testing ORP is so great. I think we are not talking much about the ppm of hydrogen.
There is one missing element in the presentations, is that we are measuring ORP, nothing wrong about it. Because as far as the ORP of ionized water is concerned, because of the presence of H2 only, we are getting negative ORP. That is a clear authenticated information. How much ORP water should be taken into the body, that is not the measure. How much amount of ppm of hydrogen is getting into the body, that should be measured. Then what you do is that do the business very faster, buy one hydrogen sensor meter that will be in lakhs of rupees, 3.5 lakhs of rupees will be there. What you call of measuring hydrogen concentrations, and what we call as a gas chromatography. I repeat, gas chromatography. There will be one machine, 3.5 to 4 lakhs I can say in India, so that we can get an exact price. But it's too costly, right? Then what is the other way to do the presentations is the titration. As we have pH drops, we'll be having hydrogen drops also. If anyone is traveling from the US, you can get H2 blue drops. And recently, I found one of the industries, I think biotech industries, I have ordered the testing blue drops. I'll test the quality of the testing blue drops and I'll give the information anyway. Mr. Arnab is in contact with me anyway. I'll give the information with the Shashi Iyer. So how exactly it really working? I'll make a small video on that and we'll make a circulation because hydroponics now only came into picture. And after the release of a book, every day you are going to see in the videos lots and lots of videos in the year to be coming in. Hundreds of videos is going to hit your brain anyway in the next upcoming year. Small videos of 1 to 2 minutes, huge informations will be poured into it. And I'll be making one of the videos of that. But the point is that cost of the H2 drops is so high. I can say I think more than 1600 or so. But pH drop is hardly 200, 300, but H2 drops is so costly. So that what we can say is that if you have got H2 sensor, but problem is in all these H2 meters, we have availability of H2 meters. They are ORP basic sensors, not the H2 original sensor. That's the problem of buying H2 meters. But we have a few things like Trustlex companies. Then what we can do is that we can make a calibration informations. How much amount of this test equipment is doing, what you call the titration drops are doing, and what about the H2 meter. If we can make a calibration, accordingly we can sensitize the information to the people. So that is how, and always I say that I'll ask this question in the chat box now. How much amount of ppm is required for a human being to stay healthy? How much amount of ppm is required by a human being in a day to stay healthy? Please type in the chat box once. How much amount of ppm per day to stay healthy? I don't have any kind of diseases. To make myself stay healthy, how much amount? Very clever people. 2 ppm. On average, 2 ppm. This is international standards. Shashi is well aware of all this. Fine. For any medical backgrounds like cancers, this kind of very tough things to deal with, right? Then very peculiar medical concerns. We need to have 3 to 5 ppm. There, the big challenge comes even in the NAGIC. You can have 0.8 to 1 ppm in 9.5 pH water, especially in the Kangen 8 or SD501. They need to take fresh water of 9.5 pH, so that it will 1 ppm. At least they can make 3 to 4 ppm per day. But biggest problem is the 9.5 pH, right? And there should not be any interventions with the medicines what they take throughout the day, and no interventions with the food throughout the day. So that amount of information is required. Knowledge is required for the distributor to take care. Anyway, this I'll be adding in the next upcoming seminars. How to deal with the clients, especially the people who are having the medical challenges. Thank you. And for your answer, titration or the gas chromatography. Measure the H2 ppm. That is the best in the upcoming presentation. See, even I have changed the presentation style today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Chinappa bro, is it audible now? I mean,
yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, finally, Mr. Madan has landed now.
Yeah, Madan, please go ahead.
Okay. Congratulations to Verma Brothers for bringing such a great book. First of all, okay, gratitude to both you buddies, I would say. Fantastic, and really this was a need of the hour. One is Penicia, who was already bringing the live events on a weekly basis, and now of course some Bible tarah ka aap log leke aa rahe. Gratitude to both of you first of all. Okay, so I will definitely go and subscribe my copy too. Okay, because I'm a learning buff first of all. Kuch bhi seekho to hai. Okay, so my question to you, Verma ji. Okay, it is said that long-term drinking of Kangen water. Okay, whenever I feel they go to the internet. भैया okay 100 दाल तुम पी सकते हो. We can drink Kangen water. Okay, 9.5 pH is good. But a long-term drinking, the medical fraternity, they always put a boxing. Okay, long-term drinking is not good because we have something called as a DNA and an RNA. But ultimately the A is acid, and again RNA ribonucleotide, it's acid. Okay, so it's ultimately we are body full of made of acid. And we are, diluting that acid over a period of time in genetics and DNA and RNA, which is acid we are made up of. Okay, so long-term drinking is not good. That is what most of people go, they do Googling and they come back. And, medical fraternity also says this. Okay, ek do thin, but you should not drink longer run. You should not healthy enough, and you will get less immunized, power kam ho jayega ye sab kuch. So this answer, how can we immunize with this answer, Verma ji? You tell me.
Very, you kept me in the soup because there are doctors in this Panesha team also. They are watching me. What could be the answer now? Fine. Yeah. As long as we are taking alkaline foods continuously, I repeat, as long as we are taking alkaline foods like raw foods like continuously, then drinking 9.5 pH is not the solution. But unfortunately, we are eating bulk of the acidic foods right these days, and the compensation of by the 9.5 pH alkaline, I think we can go for it. But the point is that we should not make the body adapt to single stuff. I could see the people who are drinking 9.5 pH all time. No, that is not the actual, so should not be the scenarios. You give a changeover. Sometimes you go for, say, early in the morning, once we wake up, we are going to have loads of acidic stuff inside the body. That must be detoxified. At that instant, I require 9.5 pH. And throughout the day, I can shift between 8.5 and 9 pH, but not over 9.5 throughout the day, unless and until they have got some medical issues. And that too, there should not be any interventions with the medicines or the food. If that is the case, yes, that will be a big challenge. The distributors are not thinking like that. I bought a machine, I must drink 9.5 every time because I've invested a lot on that. Let me take the opportunity from it. On the other side, he is not thinking about this 9.5 is making interventions with the food he is taking. He's not taking even 7 pH during food. He takes the alkaline water only. Right? He takes the medicine, he takes alkaline water only because I invested on that. So that should not be the scenario. There we need to educate. Panacea, they require panacea, they require entrepreneurs. Fine, this information must be given very proper. This is not the, see, if it's properly maintained, yes, go for it. But let me disclose my things, what I go. I go for 9.5 in the early morning, only 1 liter, take away. And later I'll be shifting between 8.5 and 9, and doesn't require throughout the day of 9.5 pH. As long as I'm eating well, as long as my lifestyle is really good. I'm sleeping at 12 o'clock or night, 1 o'clock, right? I don't see sunrise at all. I eat a lot of junk. If that is the scenario, without any second thought, go for 9.5 pH power throughout the day.
Got it. That's a wonderful answer. Thank you so much.
Thank
you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Madhu. Thanks, Raj. Now it is around 10:33. I think it is time for this. So let's conclude the session. So
yeah, let's take a screenshot.
I request
with the legends.
Thank you, Mr. Chinappa.
I request is everybody to come on the screen or open up your video. So we'll have is a screenshot. So celebrating is 125th week with the Raj brothers. I think it's a wonderful timing for the book also to be launched. Request everyone to place your orders and have the book in hand. It's a very, very handy book. Okay, both from the technical side as well as from the business side. So these are the basics of doing this kangen. Okay, so let's all come together. I hope, like, I request is somebody to take the picture in case if it is done. So let's all call it a day.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, sir. One very small question, sir.
Please.
Sir, it is advisable to drink 11.5 pH water in a small amount?
No medical support for that. Some people take voluntarily from their side, especially for the cancer patients or they're losing weight. They are going for 11.5, but there is no scientific base for that. I don't accept. See, we go for 9.5 as much as you can. Still, if it is not, then we may think about 11.5, but not in the very immediate scenarios. I don't advise.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Raj. So everybody, some of the video that, like, we can take is a screenshot. So it will be going is on the books of a Panacea.
Bala bro is an expert for screenshot. Goraknath ji, Madan bro, they are
taken to the best of my effort. I'll share it.
Acha, in the meanwhile, before we call it a good night, before we sign off, Raju bro, you have been silent for an entire session of Q&A. I have a lot of questions for you, and you are going to get invited on this platform exclusively to talk business. Exclusive 1 hour I am not going to miss your inputs and your expertise on the subject. So I've been thinking, I wanted to ask a lot of things, but I didn't want to disturb the technical aspects of water. But then we want an exclusive session from you only on the business aspect.
Sure,
So-
Shashi. Yeah, we'll be meeting you soon.
Gratitude. Chinnapapro, gratitude once again. Yeah, we also have here Janak Patel on the platform. Again, he's a very able leader from Gujarat. I think we missed him. Janak ji?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Namaste, sir ji.
Sorry,
और
missed you from the
congratulations, sir.
beginning in AVP. Yeah.
यस मैं लास्ट में थोड़ा बिजी था तो उसके कारण नहीं ज्वाइंट हो पाया, लेकिन कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन राज सर।
Thank you.
और बहुत ही बढ़िया, आपने जो कल भी सेशन लिया था आज भी लिया है, और बहुत सारा आपके पास जो नॉलेज है और लोगों को आप ट्रांसफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, और पानी के बारे में और बिजनेस के बारे में दोनों भाई मिलके अभी बहुत बढ़िया इंडिया के लिए वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू और कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन सर।
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless. Shubhratri. Have a great night. Thank you for the extended time. All of you, especially the Verma brothers in busy schedule. God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So much.
Good night.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
All
you.
the
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.